Oh, can everybody hear me out there? Make sure everybody's clear. Is Matt, Mel, can y'all hear me out there?
I got you.
Something up here is not. Thumb the cut the wrong. Test it. All right, just maybe they need to. They looks like they're turned off here. Okay, all right. Mel got his turned off, turned on, off.
His camera's showing.
I know that, but it's like it's volume. All right, all right. All right, so we just wanted to make sure everything's good. Appreciate everybody tuning in, man. This has been a long time coming. I did this, started off the funding credit podcast. I was inspired, man. Everybody was in the closet during COVID, needed some answers. The local news started calling on me. I was doing some business advisory for Channel 3, Channel 9 News. Big shout out to Ken Lemon. Those guys, just really giving a lot of small business owners a lot of information and direction on how they can keep a healthy business through the storm. We're sort of in a different situation, but we're sort of still in the same premise for the most part. A lot of people still trying to figure it out. We got a little bit of help from the government, but all business owners know we need a little bit more than that to keep us going. But at the end of the day, I just love bringing some like-minded people, some people that always have either impressed upon me or I've impressed upon them to come into some type of union to help people, man. And I think this is what it's all about. It's not about just me. It's bigger than me. Anybody out here that got kids, got anybody that they've ever, had to, the mentor or be menteed by. We know how big it is to corral around the right people and to get some inspiration and get some real facts. And that's what I like to bring on this show, real facts. And when I like to talk about facts, I'm talking about people that have actually lived the experience or either living the experience. Social media makes everything look like everybody's on the house on the hill and the picket fence. Well, that's true for some of them. We do have some trust fund babies out there, and we do have some people that never had to go out and, come out of the mud and make it work, but a lot of people that where I come from and a lot of people that I know had to figure a lot of things out. They had to be humble. They had to have integrity. They had to have the right mindset to keep going no matter what distractions or what came, So I put a little bit of empowerment with it, guys, because a lot of people can hear this stuff and they can go back and do the same thing tomorrow. At least we know we put the information out. It's up to you to move your feet. And I got two guys that's coming on the show today that's definitely moving their feet and have really paved the way for a lot of people from one way or another. We have, one gentleman that's, come upon, have made millions in different industries, have really embarked a lot of information on me. We had a few talks and I was just love his spirit. And I just know he has a lot to bring to the table. So I definitely had to have him on the show. And then I have another gentleman I'll be bringing up as well that he's very humble. And I think that he's starting to see how much he is bringing to the table. He loves to learn. He's open at the top, and that's all you can ask for people, and I try to definitely anything that I have, that he can corral around some things that I have, tools, or whatever ideas. And he's always come up to, show up that, he's very, very, very appreciative. So those are the type of people, guys, that I like to have on this show. But first and foremost, definitely Funding Credit was established in 2011. I was known as the Black Ticket Master in this market, guys. And when it comes to Black Ticketmaster, meaning that I brought probably it was a CIAA tournament, which was called CIAA, and basically really it was a bunch of HBCUs, colleges that corralled and we put a tournament. It was up in Raleigh. We brought it down to Charlotte, and the first couple of years they did over 78 million in the first 3 days, and that's just a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It shook the city up. It really showed them what type of, what we had and what we could do. I broke a deal with the AD, the athletic director with Hampton University. They had the keys to the whole tournament. We brokered a deal, and I was a corporate ticketing guy. So we were doing probably about 60 to 70 events per day, the whole weekend. And it really taught me a lot. We made a lot of money, made a lot of great connections. That's what a lot of people know me from. But at the end of the day, guys, I always hit people with the realness. 2 years right after CIAA came, we had one more good year. Eventbrite came and totally took us out. It pretty much put me back to my mom's house. It wiped us out. They didn't need us anymore. Why would you need me? Why would you need a human being when you go in and create your own event? You don't need hard tickets anymore. So I had to reinvent myself, travel the country, put myself in underwriting criteria, seminars, and just get self-taught, get around the smartest people I know, be humble, shut up, and pay attention to what was going on. Because at the end of the day, guys, if you're not fundable or you're not connected with this new age of technology, you're going to be a dinosaur. And that's just what it is going to be, guys. So now a lot of things have changed. I have probably one of the most credible, notable credit and funding, premises in the state, and we're pushing forward. We just pushed into a new fintech model, a model that I was really impressed upon. Went out to Utah, made some great connections. They sort of helped the banks get out of this mess they was in with PPP. Had a proprietary situation, and we partnered with most of the major banks in the country and made billions with them. And so now I'm on the team. I'm Central Charlotte. I have, pretty much from South Carolina all the way up to Cabarrus County, which is about 425 miles square in my territory. This is pretty much banking capital around here in the South. Of course, this is the Bible Belt as well, but we're starting to understand churches is just as powerful as banks. So it's a great connection. I love being around it. I love helping people. I love helping people build healthy businesses. But today, guys, we're going to talk to you about how can you be fundable. So Matt Bauer, I'd love to bring a little small premise of his bio. He jumped on today. I wanted to make it real short and sweet. He gave me a little bit of his time. He's the president of Bauer Specialty, the president of Gutter Solutions in Lake Erie. He's the president of Bauer Property Management and the president of B&B Financials. And that just says a little bit, guys. That doesn't even touch the soul. He really brings a lot to the table. I consider him an expert in business. And Matt, would you come bring him on board? I'm ready to go ahead and show this guy off a little bit. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing well. Thank you for that great intro.
I can't hear him.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I need to push the volume up a little bit.
Got me. Hello?
Okay. Yep. There you go.
You got me now?
Yep.
That's pretty echoey.
Yeah, it is.
Is that better?
Hello.
Hello, you got me now?
No. Hey, Matt, can you hear me?
I got you.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Great. Here's Matt. What I want to bring to the table, man. I mean, we've talked about a lot of things. I really wanted to bring out the part of, what's the biggest misconception, man, of the perspectives of business today? What do people do wrong at the beginning about when they're starting a business? Like what you see out here, man? How do people take that wrong turn? What are you usually seeing with most of the businesses out here? What's the biggest mistake that you're seeing out here?
Well, we've started and run a lot of different businesses, and I partner with a bunch of different people and different things that we do. And I have a lot of people that call me and ask me for expertise. And the one thing that I like to tell people is most people that get into business know how to do a task or a service, but they never learned how to run a business. And that sounds so simple, but there's so many complexities to running a business, from accounting to marketing to human resources, payroll, how to hire people, how to manage people, how to order inventory. There are just so many different facets of it that all create little traps for people that don't know. And what you either got to learn to do is you have to learn those skills yourself, or you have to be able to hire and sustain people that can work with you and take care of those skills for you.
Right. Well, I tell you, Matt, I mean, I was blown away when I think we had a little crash course, and I told you I was wanting to start investing in a little bit of the crypto world and things, and you was showing me those rigs, and but I didn't want to get too much into that. But how are you always being able to see what's coming for us, seeing and looking into the future, and putting your skill sets, or what do you know that's really going to be a gold mine, coming into the economy? Like, well, stay in front of the curve.
The one thing that I do now, and people say, what do you do? And obviously you read my bio, president of this, president of that. We have a residential construction company, commercial construction company. I just had one of my girls count today. I said, how many units do we actually own? 218 units in 56 different properties. We do the trade line business. We do a few $1 million a year in trade lines. We do some credit repair. My son and I, about a year ago, started mining cryptocurrency. And I had went out to Utah and looked at a crypto rig about 3 years ago and came back and was a little confused. Now, back to what you had just said earlier, you said, figure it out. And my son, who at the time was 17, said, Dad, we'll figure it out. And that's exactly what we did. And we got 11 mining rigs right now. I just remodeled my pole barn, built a room down there, had to put ventilation in because these rigs make heat. We're running these things 24 hours a day. And they're producing right now somewhere between $400 and $500 a day. And we're going to double our capacity here in the next 12 months.
Wow. Woo. All right.
And it's fun.
Like I said, this is the type of things, like I said, for myself, I know I'm trying to get around. I mean, everybody has, ways of, entering different, levels of, the new age of making money. But I was really interested. And when I heard that, at first I heard Utah, because I just went out there and made an investment myself. And then two, I just heard of how you was with the solar panels and how it was just so well thought out that you're actually putting this actually into like apartment buildings and things like that. I mean, that's mind blowing, man.
Well, that's part of owning a business.
And another thing, what I wanted to also let you know is now when it comes to this house market, I've via you and with the premise of what I've done with my credit company, tell people how valuable trade lines and how to press upon either as you coming into a business as a personal guarantor, how they look at you from a personal perspective, how you can build it into, building it up so you can get cash flow. It definitely goes into the profit and loss sheets and stuff like that when you're asking for more money. They want to look at the 4506, but sometimes just having that right profile speaks a whole lot to the banks. But can you tell me tell these guys you've made millions off of trade lines, man? How valuable is these trade lines when it comes to people's profile?
Well, trade lines are part of the puzzle. They're definitely valuable for the right people at the right time, because not only does getting loans have to do with a credit score, but the structure of your credit profile. And trade lines are a boost, a temporary fix. They're part of the process. And we really like to start the whole process with credit education because, not all credit repair is, you're not doing something because somebody intentionally did something wrong. But a lot of people just say, I never knew. I never understood. And most people don't know what's going on with their credit score until they need a house, a car, or cash.
Right.
Okay. And what we should be teaching our kids is how to deal with their credit right from the time that they're 18 and they can get it. We added both of our kids on as AUs. They're both going to school. They both got their own student credit card, and they're both building their own credit profiles. And we've teach them to set your accounts up on automatic payments, use your card, pay your card off, get the benefits of the card. I mean, I'm not Dave Ramsey. I'm big on using credit. There's no way I could own my 218 rental units without credit. I wouldn't be getting the credit card rewards that I get off of credit. In fact, my son plays football for the University of Notre Dame. I'll be flying down to Tallahassee tomorrow to go watch him play on Sunday night. I'm going to 12 football games this year in probably 6 different locations, including 7 home games at the University of Notre Dame. And my total hotel rooms this year will cost me $674.
Wow.
Okay. One night at the USC game right now is $1,000. From the benefits from me using my credit cards, because I have good credit, okay, I get the benefit of I never hardly ever pay for a flight or a hotel. But back to your question on trade lines. That's part of the puzzle to get there. So if somebody has went, not built their credit enough or they've had problems, we always say education, credit repair, structure, trade lines, funding. And that's kind of how the process works. And it's not an immediate fix. And I think, people think it's just going to, be a magic wand. It's not. It's only part of the process, but it's a very important part of the process.
Well, I took your advice, man. Building the business, it had multi-facets, different products and things like that. A lot of people just want to jump in and start making the money. You have to have a strong intention to be able to help people and want to help people. And education is the biggest point, man. A lot of guys get in here and they want to take it from 1 to 10. And I say, guys, listen, even if you get to 10 so quick, 9 times out of 10, you're going to come back and you're going to probably be buying my lowest product over again because you have to learn. You got to educate yourself. And you need to have either some mentorship or you got to have some smart people around you that actually going to make sure, you can do some preventive maintenance in this thing. But at the end of the day, you got to know what you're talking about and what you're doing with structuring a business. And, like I said, Matt, you're definitely, an icon in my eyes because, like I said, we talk the same language. And, you take care of your family, you live well, you do what you need to do. But at the end of the day, you don't mind teaching people. You've taught me a lot. And, like I said, this is going to be a great year, I think, going into 2022. And we're definitely going to have you back on, coming on soon. Do you have any closing thoughts, anything that you want to tell the people out here in the business world when it's coming with this whole Delta stuff or anything we need to be looking forward to or any advice you want to give them?
Well, I would say a couple things is number one, if you are in business, go find the government programs out there that are put in place because of COVID, because I think every business owner, one way or another, has been affected by COVID. It's impossible to not be. So between the PPP, the Payroll Protection Program, the EIDL, which are grants and loans you can get from the government, and the Employee Retention Credit, the ERC. People should see if they qualify. If you have a true business structure and you're doing things the right way, you're going to be rewarded there. And that's one of the things I've always, pride myself on. In our business, we do things the right way. We run people through payroll. We pay workman's comp. We pay our insurances. And a big lesson that I've learned, and I try to tell other business owners, is when you have a business, it's like another person. It's a totally different entity than yourself. That's not your piggy bank. The money in the business is the business's money, even if you own 100% of the business. But if you treat that money like the business's money and you pay yourself like an employee and you give yourself distributions as an owner when there's extra cash, but you leave the money in the business, you're going to be a heck of a lot more successful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. I told him, Matt, again, taking your advice, man, that EIDL, I punched the card and I had 4 businesses out there, including a nonprofit, and did well with all 4 of them with the EIDL and also PPP. It was great because not only that I was being able to get it, I was also being able to assist people to get them. And so, it was just a great time because, I was able to really turn something that's supposed to have been devastating into something that really propelled and was able to help me and help other people. But I appreciate you, Matt, coming on, man. I know you was, you ready to take off, and good luck with your son's football game. My daughter's coming in town. East Carolina's playing Appalachian actually tonight. So, and we got, I think we got UNC Charlotte tomorrow playing Duke at UNC Charlotte, and Saturday the big boys are coming in town. We got Clemson and Georgia playing at Bank of America. So I can pick my poison. I got to get to one of them.
And then don't forget Sunday night, Florida State, Notre Dame. I'll be there.
Okay, man. All right, man. Hey, well, take care, man. I'll be talking to you soon, Matt. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys. Yeah, that was a great colleague and friend of mine. Definitely want to go up there and give him a visit here soon. But at the end of the day, guys, we're just really trying to take this information to the next level. As you guys can see, if they roll it in there, enhance your scores again. That's the link that we're trying to get everybody to understand and go to. And when I'm talking about being able to be fundable in the next 14 days, we got some game changers out there, guys, but if we can get people to start putting money in their accounts and quit putting it in their back pocket up under the mattress, that's collateral, guys. Right now, COVID, banks are either going to give you money based on your credibility, they're going to give you money based on your revenue, or they're going to give you money on collateral. Collateral, they can always take it away. With the collateralized information, the only thing that they have in their banks is your money. If you ain't got no money in their bank, you're going to have exceptional credit. When I say exceptional credit, 720, 730, and at the end of the day, that's only going to maybe give you maybe a piece of plastic or two. But when you got that money, you can get a term loan, you get a line of credit, you can go all the way down, get equipment loans. So we can just get that beat of the drum to get good credit established, show cash flow, right? Show cash flow. And then on the other aspects, you still can be able to have some collateralized stuff because you can get into real estate. You can do some fix and flips. You can sit on some, you can flip some, whatever you need to do. I've done all the above. And so I'm trying to show people that, if I come from tickets 5 years ago and I had no clue about credit, and now I'm here teaching people how to be fundable, then come on, guys. Everybody's out here that really wants to open up the doors for other people. They can do it. All right. So again, I just want to make sure that you guys are empowered with this information. I got a brother that's coming on here that's empowered. When I say he working. Every time I look on Facebook, it look like Facebook mellow. The brother was with me when I was out in Lake Norman. He came out, he corralled, he had a team, he started growing. Now he's grown over, I don't know how many people. He'll come on and tell you a little bit more about that. But Mello, the firecracker, Mello Haynes, former basketball, I'm going to say it, former basketball professional athlete. He's an alpha, Henderson State. 6-figure trader, investor, a 6-figure residual income earner. You can hit him up on IG. He's Wall Street Mellow. Again, Wall Street Mellow. Hit him up. He's always teaching, preaching, putting that information out there, trying to show these cats how to turn lemons into lemonade when it comes to this trading, guys. He's hot. He's humble. And I wanted to come on here because I want to get people that's well experienced, that's making millions as a business, but I also wants to show you how skill sets can also get you in the game. But he also understands what it has to lead up to, which is business. Hey, Mello, come on, man. I need to see your face, man. Let's go ahead and jump on. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing well, brother. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, man. How you
Awesome,
doing
awesome,
this
man.
evening?
I'm feeling blessed, man. Feeling better than amazing. I appreciate you having me on the call tonight, man. I'm honored and blessed, and most, you know, most importantly, privileged to be sharing the platform with you, brothers, man. So I appreciate you for having me.
Man, hey, man, no doubt, brother. I mean, I've seen your growth. Like I said, man, I salute you from far, man. You're hungry, and and it's all going to work out. So, I just want to put it out here, man. I mean, based on your age range, the mindset of you seen some guys out here that's making millions. You've seen some guys out here that can pretty much, you know, they barely making it, but they put themselves into whether it be trading or some type of skill set. What is the biggest misconception when it comes to business and when it comes to trading? I know it could be one of the something, of course, two different of one of the same. But what are you starting to see the trend of people getting into trading and not really getting the bigger picture?
I got you, man. First and foremost, again, want to get a call back to you, man. I appreciate you for having me once again, man. Utilizing your platform to, elevate people in the community that's really, not only got a heart for people, but we have a keen intelligence when it comes to articulating this information, because a lot of people feel like creating a business or learning different skill sets is out of reach, right? And if the pandemic has showed us anything, is that, only working a job up to this point in 2020 is very, very dangerous, right? One stream of income is close to no streams of income. And during the pandemic, this is where people really had to sit down and analyze, all the work that they've been putting in, has it really been working, right? And for most people, that answer was no, because that's why people were just eating off of unemployment. And and it shows the power of financial literacy and awareness, man. So again, I appreciate you for just spreading awareness as to how important it is to establish yourself as a business, because a lot of people that weren't working, were finessing the game a little bit, right, so to speak. um, and I'll give you some context for that. I mean, like, people that weren't in business were pretty much, creating avenues for them to be able to get access to the PPP, the EIDLs. You see what I'm saying? And it shows that all it did was give them a little cushion to not feel that anxiety of what the root of the situation really was that you have no financial awareness or intelligence when it comes to business, right? So, rocking with you, big dog, you showed me that, trading and investing, this was a way for people to be able to allocate another stream of cash flow, if you will, but we were still missing that extra piece, which was cash, asset, cash. Okay, cool. We had some cash coming in, right? Legally or illegally, to be honest, right? You know where we come from. But we found a way to legally be able to get yourself immersed into a skill set where it doesn't matter about your background, it doesn't matter about your skill set. You don't have to have a degree, whether you got a criminal background or not. The markets and the brokers around here really don't care about none of that. The question is, do you know the skill? Right? And we've seen a surge with cryptocurrency. We've seen a surge with learning how to trade stocks, options, forex, right? Different things of that nature. So, I've been able to do some special things in this space, man. And, God put it on my spirit to, utilize these platforms and skill sets to elevate our people, man, because, knowing how to make money without, always having to clock in, it gives you a sense of spiritual awareness and emotional strength. Because now you got to, we all went through that phase of go to school, go to work, go out here and get good grades and go get a job. They didn't say go out here, learn skills, get a mentor, start a business. That wasn't what our economy taught us. So, I'm utilizing my platform to share with people that, yes, making money is already hard. Okay. For a lot of us. So because making money is hard, we think that we have to have a lot of money to start a business, and that's not true. So, I want to go ahead and take the keynote from you real quick, Marvin. You explained to me and really opened my eyes up to the fact that okay, yeah, man, you trading, but are you fundable? And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Am I fundable? You know what I mean? No one asked that question. You know, how are you fundable? And once you broke down the details to me, it's like, okay, cool. So yeah, I might have been learning the skill set, but I'm not operating it as an asset, because if I create a business and I'm trading and investing as a business, the cash that I make and the profits that I pull from the markets could be flowing through my business bank account, which would therefore make me an asset to the banks. Hey, this person understands how to create a fundable profile, right? A lot of people are trading and investing to be able to just stay above their bills. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to utilize this time to, not only empower you, but give you awareness that you still hustling backwards. Yeah, you make money a different way, but there's levels to this stuff, right? The brother Matt popped on here and was talking about payroll. Like, when you trading, there is no back office, there is no inventory, there are no employees, right? You make money from the neck up. Okay. And so I share this with you guys to let you know that, with Marvin here with funding credit, man, really put me in position to understand that, that making money was one thing, but when you're able to leverage, that's the key word, leverage money, right? You may have the cash, but put this in a context for the audience. If I have $10,000, right, and Marvin has $10,000 to invest, we both have $10,000 liquid to be able to invest, right? And if we want to participate in the markets, Marvin also has $10,000 in credit, along with the $10,000 in cash. But Melo is trading as an individual with no credit at all. Okay, if anything was to belly up in the markets, he lost the bank's money. Marvin can still, because credit is paid back over time. So even if Marvin used that 10,000, he can pay back on that 10,000 with the cash that he leveraged from the bank. See, that's empowering. Melo lose 10,000. I'm just down. I take an L, a mean one. My stomach hurting. It's hard for me to breathe. I can't eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm panicking. So it really just showed me the power of diversification, and also just having additional resources to empower your options when it comes to investing in general. It could be trading, it could be real estate, but we all want to start operating on that paradigm, which is cash, asset, cash, man. Get some cash, investing into an asset, and in this case, credit in your business is an asset, and you use that to be able to create more cash flow through other streams.
Hey, man, I taught you well, brother. I love that. Yeah, I love that. Wow, man. Your Mel's learned a whole lot, and not he's just when he's saying this stuff, guys, he's really moving his feet in that way. Like I said, he has his mindset, beautiful family, and he's doing what he needs to do to step outside of that. That so-called everyday, I do this good, I do this good. Oh, okay. Well, he played basketball very well. And, is he playing it now? He did a lot of things very well. So he had to understand, life is built on so many levels of understanding how this thing really works. I mean, it's capitalism at its finest, but you got to leverage yourself. And, so I'm pushing the language of, this year, I want to be able to push people not only to the 700 credit score, I want to push them to the 800 credit score. And so with the 800 credit score, I never really put my stuff out there, but I just like when I put the information about the Airbnb and the other properties, stuff like that. When I put my 800 credit score up there, it wasn't egotistical. I had just been telling people that when you have an 800 credit score, just with your score alone, you can go to the bank and ask for $100,000, and get it the next day. Is no questions asked, right? You see what I'm saying? So you have to have those safety nets, right? That no matter what you're doing, your scoreboard has to be, like I said, it has to be flowing in different areas, because if me and Mel come up with the brightest idea tomorrow, one of us has to be fundable. Now, he might have a skill set to trade, but he might need to say, hey, Marvin, and I'm just not saying that this is what it is, but if we need to put $50,000 or $60,000 into a trading account because we know it's going to make it bounce, well, then he could call somebody and do that, right? So, but I want him to be able to be that guy for other people or whatever the case, not that he would need it, but that's how it works. You need to go ahead and start filling up these trading accounts, guys. Look at the products what Funding Credit has. Again, now With Lindio on board and having the franchise, I can meet you where you are. But if you want to go out and get those higher monies and go out and get those better products, then you might need to look at your credit. You might need to get some trade lines, or you might need to go ahead and get some of these primary lines that we can put on here, So that's what's coming down the pipe, guys. So at the end of the day, Bill, what do you think about, man? And I just want to ask you this. When I was in Utah, they were basically telling me, this is fintech. They were basically saying in the next 3 to 4 years, most of the millennials and most of the kids out here, teenagers or whatever, they're probably going to be more or less banking and doing all their banking with Facebook. What do you think about that, man? When it comes to this whole where everything is going with crypto, what do you think about that?
Absolutely, bro. It's a no-brainer, man. Unless you've been living under a rock, it's a lot of people who, again, man, I call it financial ignorance. We got to be aware, guys. Like, we can't wait until crypto gets to 60,000, 100,000. Like, crypto right now is at $50,000, right? Bitcoin specifically is at $50,000. A lot of people, I encourage you, man, get educated when it comes to these skill sets, when it comes to understanding the language of money, man. It's more to money than just earning it, right? You spend your whole life working to create a living and then you'll wake up and learn that, later on in life that it was never really working for you, right? No one wants to stay on that spot all day life, man. We want to be able to earn some income, right? For a portion of your life, you're going to be in allocation mode. You're going to be allocating as much money and cash flow as possible to be able to put yourself in a position to invest. And ultimately, with the direction of where our economy is going, man, our economy was forced to have to innovate and pivot with the pandemic, right? It wasn't a pandemic and financially for a lot of people. It was a bandemic for a lot of people who were already financially set up, right? And I say that to say this, like, for one, I'm gonna give you guys some steps that you might want to consider in this space, guys. I'm no guru or anything, but I am living this stuff in real life, right? If you want to get connected to mentors, man. You have to invest into people's intellectual property, man. It's not always about what you know, but it's who you know, right? And me getting connected with people like Marvin, other people in different industries, man. You want to invest to get inside of those rooms, rub shoulders with people that can show you where you can walk into your future instead of trying to hang around people that hold on to where you at in your present. You're not satisfied with that situation, so you must use some of that capital to invest in new information, because information changes situation. Number two, you want to go ahead and invest in some type of course or education, right? Preferably that's in alignment with the mentor that you aspire to have results like, right? If I want to learn how to get my credit game, I've been blessed and fortunate to be connected with somebody that owns a funding company. Like, come on, man. Like, so I'm going to invest to be in those rooms. With Marvin call, I answer. When he needs something, I'm there. Like, it's something called humility that a lot of us are missing out on. And if you're missing out on a humility pill, then your pockets is pretty much going to reflect the lack of humility and the lack of resources that you have within your circle, right? Number two was get educated and invest into some type of mentorship. Number three, I would say take the risk. Worst case scenario, you learn something new. You know what I mean? Best case scenario, you change your whole life. Everything that's already available out here, we have to stop being scared to invest to find out what the process is going to be. A lot of us want that one shot, that one shot kill. Oh, if I do this, what am I supposed to get? This is not a night and day type of industry, guys. Life is not night and day. Some days you're going to feel like doing some work. Other days, most days you're not, right? But the question is, am I fundable? That's part of the questionnaire now. Am I fundable? Am I in a position where not only I have a business, right? But most importantly, am I setting myself up to have a legacy? I was told by one of my mentors, shout out to Justin Owens, man. He shared something with me about, he said that an inheritance is something that's given to you, but a legacy is something that people leave in you. And yeah, people can give you money, but if you don't have the thought process, the procedures, the process to be able to repeat those same steps, that got your family to where it was supposed to be, then ultimately you're gonna mess it up, right? You might not have came from a rich family, but a rich family can come from you because you chose the chance. You chose to take a chance on yourself to learn about something that's happening. Guys, cryptocurrency is the now, right? People are buying houses, people are buying cars with cryptocurrency. This is simply an exchange, right? But depending on how you utilize it, there is no middleman. See, the banks are trying to find a way to decentralize it because the banks run our whole economy. Big businesses and banks, they run our whole economy, man. So why not play with the big dogs by just simply, one, increasing your credit score to become an ally? Okay, this person is not a risk. He's an ally. He's one of us. He understands. He or she understands. Awesome. Now, when you start making money, you got to understand that the banks don't make money off of money that they keep it in the bank. They want to give it. So, but we gotta have something on the table. You gotta be in a position where you saying, hey man, look, I done built my portfolio up. I've been paying my bills on time. This is how I'm moving. This is my vision, right? A lot of us have great ideas and great skills, but no one wants to invest into you because you don't want to prioritize the things that you feel is too hard. Guys, life is a marathon, not a sprint, right? But it's a clear path. Once you get these steps and you connect with Marvin, or preferably connect with Marvin, not just because of this call, but with the brother's intelligence, he really giving out a lot of game that a lot of these gurus who y'all praise on social media because they know how to market a little better, y'all overpaying for something that y'all could just ask. You see what I'm saying? Just put yourself in a position to ask questions, to create a blueprint for yourself. And last but not least, step 5 is take action. You can learn all of this stuff that you want, man. Like we said, man, you could do a whole bunch of $1 million moves and miss the layup. You did a $1 million move and had a 2-cent finish. You done came this far, so go ahead and take advantage of it. Trading is not hard; it's just new to a lot of people. Getting credit and learning how to become fundable is not hard. It's just new to you. Once you prioritize it, you'll live by this statement and die by this statement. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. And with God at the center and love of all people, man, you're gonna be in a position to be a blessing, not only for you and your family, but to other people around you.
Absolutely, man. Well, like I said, this is he's speaking from it's just like I said, just like-minded brothers. Just he's come from from a learning trading. I heard a story on what it really enticed him and moved him. And then things came into his life that he fell in love with, rather it been just going for it, kids, the whole nine. He really put it into his life, man. So if we have a thing, I definitely want to be able to put up, if I could, maybe the pick for Passion for Freedom, my book. That's really what it all entails when what we talking about out here, guys. I put it out there all the why. Money is my own natural energy yield. Is what I say about myself. Is how I convey my business. Is how I protect and nurture my family. When you put that energy out there, guys, it's got to come back. But you got to take those risks, and you got to go out and you got to be bold with those steps. But don't think you can do it by yourself. You got to put it around some people that what you don't know, they do know, right? It comes with a team, guys. So go out there, keep your mind right. Have a good, safe, Labor Day weekend, and just remember what we're putting out here, guys. In the next 2 weeks, we're gonna be having another podcast. I definitely keep you guys connected. Definitely go to the website. We put some information going at the bottom. hit us up, guys. We can show you how to get fundable. We can show it depends on where you're at. It could be in 14 days and it can be in a couple weeks. It may be in a couple months, but who knows? You won't know until you take that step. But I'll see you at the end. I'm definitely going to be there, guys. I want to make sure that I'm taking care of some people as much as I can. I've got some courses and got some things coming out. Look out for that. Big shout out to all my funding reps that's repping out there. Big shout out to Farrah Mitchell. Yes, this video will be uploaded. Big shout out to Cora. Big shout out to Cora. Corey Massey. The girl that talks credit. Yep. What's up? Big out to the Philly squad. I see you. Anthony Nesbitt, what's up, man? Definitely what's up, man. I tell Mike I said what's up too. I don't know if he was able to make it. Big shout out to everybody that's out there that's that's giving them some love and jumped on tonight, guys. Somebody got to do it. So why not be us? I can't do it without y'all, and I appreciate everybody that shared this information, telling everybody that it's going to be coming on again in the next 2 weeks. We're going to keep things on a Thursday. And I appreciate all the love, but guys, hey, keep your head up, stay open at the top, and let's have a healthy business. All right. Because good, I'm going to tell you something. Job is nothing against a job, but job means just over broke. Okay. All right. So most of the people that you're working for, you won't be staying in the same neighborhoods as them most of the time. All right. So if you want bigger, you'll do bigger. Peace.